So what I want to do today is get all four of the Porsches together. We've never had this happen. Case in point, the 992 has been in Dubai for months. The 991 Gen 2 manual GT3. We've got the 997 RS 4 litre, the GT4 RS, and the 992 GT3, which has just flown back from Dubai. And we conveniently have a complimentary Mise en Bleu 992 as well, which we thought we'd line up nose to nose because, well, it's a cool shot. It would appear the nose is open on this for some reason. Let's see what's going on in here. Someone's suitcase. Honestly, 911s, they're so practical. Some of the details that you don't see on a 992 GT3 without lifting up the bonnet is, of course, the carbon bonnet. Now, for me, this is just one of the examples how the 992 GT3 feels more similar actually to a previous generation RS, because as standard it comes with a carbon bonnet.
Why do you think these cars are so dirty?
Because they get used. So since the day it was freshly sprayed from Logic, we've done the 1,000 mile run-in period and I haven't washed it since. So it does have 1,000 miles of grime on it. But conveniently, we've got our own wash bay here at Logic and we're going to give it a once-over before we head over to Zoops and get on the road with all four Porsches. You've got a guy from the Netherlands who wants to bring a touring and a Speciale.
Yep.
For colour or PPS?
Colour.
Colour. So when I say PPS, that's liquid PPF. So imagine applying PPF to your car with absolutely no join lines at all. For me, it's somewhat of a miracle product.
So he's arranging transport for two cars, one being a Speciale and another being a Touring. Think about what colour he...
I was going to say, any idea on the colour? Not sure yet.
Yeah, I mean, it's quite a crazy week because we've got that going on from the Netherlands. We've also got a client that wants to bring a car from Dubai to have it painted. This week we're having cars from all over the world.
Awesome. In the new place, we've got to get lights that have the same refresh rate as the cameras, because that is giving me an epileptic fit. I'll tell you what, it's cool. So this has had Logic paint on it, but it has a PPF property inbuilt into it, and you can't tell until you see the state of the radiator, right? So look at that.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
So that's the kind of stone impacts that the front of this car's had. And the paint, find me a scratch on that paint. No PPF on that, it's inbuilt in the paint.
Oh my gosh.
It's so cool.
Really
Isn't that amazing? Right, we just had a brand new set of Michelin Pilot Sport Cup 2s on it. Now, when I say just, I mean this morning. So it's got this annoying white stuff on it from where it gets fitted. So staggered setup on these, it's 21-inch at the rear, 3 15-30 21s at the rear and a 20 at the front. This is the first time that Porsche put a double wishbone front end suspension on it. So with the revised rear wheel steer, the way this thing turns in, it's like these have got glue on the surface of the tyres that's got so much aggression on turning. Behold! No filter. It's absolutely ridiculous paint. What a shade. So for anyone just tuning in, what this paint actually is a Lamborghini Viola Parsafe, which is what's known as an ad personam paint. Technically it's a triple layer paint, but we applied like 12 layers.
Technically triple layer, which means two different colours, then a clear coat. And then what we've done is probably add of each coat between anything from 3 to 5 for the white, and then 10 to 12 for the top coat, and then lots of coats.
This might sound really basic, but the other thing I'm really excited for in the new facility that we've got coming soon is a decent indoor and outdoor wash bay. Contrary to popular belief, I do enjoy washing my own cars. It's just quite a therapeutic process. All right, so this is it. This is actually a moment I've been waiting to organise for quite a long time. This has been the main culprit because it's been in a different continent for the last 8 months. But here we finally have them. These are the four Porsche which are on the channel. I want to hear some comments below. We've got them all back now in the same place. What content do you want to see with all these cars? Here's the question: GT3 or GT4 RS?
Who knew I would make it this far? They hated, they never believed me. Yeah, I would never drop the ball. I know I make it look easy. Yeah, Mayweather with the defense. I don't care what a critic got to say. I got them picking up the pieces. That to me, you really playing with your life. I'm about to come and run it all back. I'm the new era, about to snap.
Okay, let's do this. Haha! Now, I am not joking when I say I have actually envisaged this moment of these cars in a convoy together. I can't believe it's taken so long, but here we are on the road for a pretty special event actually. And to top it off, we've got Nick from Vortons also joining us in his new Crayon GT4. We're also well over the 1,000 mile running period now too, which means we can give this thing full send. There are few cars outside of a race car that sound like that inside the car. And the reason for that is there's no bulkhead between you and the engine. It's literally in the cockpit with you. Sounds ridiculous. This is going on film. There's always one.
Yeah, I didn't want to catch
Everyone else, nose in first for a nice photo. Look who's here. Renegade Nick. Renegade Nick here.
Can we just appreciate how well I've parked compared to everybody else?
I think you've done an excellent job.
Thank you.
Who cocked that up first? Cameron. Look at this. What is this nonsense? Look at this. What's this here?
Protecting the car.
The other day, and I'm going to tell them about this. The other day, I'm checking my post, and I get this parking fine through in the 355, and I'm like, I've never been to Leamington. Was it Leamington?
Stratford.
Stratford.
And it was a GT3.
This man.
New Year's resolution, actually.
Less parking tickets.
Yeah, it was. So,
They don't actually do.
What does someone who parks like that order? You can't have tuna though, because you'll stink all night.
No, we're not.
8 bikes with 3 cheese and ham.
Who is this guy? Well, what's the go-to at Starbucks?
Flat white.
Yes.
Flat white and a cookie.
You can tell he's been inducted into the team fully. This man wants some egg bites.
No, to not.
Egg bites. This is what he wants. Who would reach for that first? There's a hero here who is walking through the drive-thru. Big points. Big croissant, yogurt. I'm so excited about this. I know it seems a simple thing, but I'm really, really excited. Also, the colours together. So come on, how's it been? We're 1,200 miles in. Granted, the first 1,000 were fairly steady because it was being run in.
Absolutely.
It's
Brand
looking
new.
good. So it's just been washed.
Brand new.
When I turned up to your place, it had 1,000 miles of grime on it,
miles
right?
on it.
It's actually perfect. There's not a single...
Not a chip. And this is ceramic lacquer, remember, what we did on this car. So very different to the normal procedure. It goes extremely hard, acting as a PPF to the colour.
Do you know what the best thing about this is? No filter on this. That's as it looks out of the camera. What wing is the best wing for placing food on? To be honest, the 3 and the 4 are a similar wing. That's terrible. And I think the angle of attack on the 4 litres got a slight slope on it. So that is what we would call in the game suboptimal. The 4 wins, right? 4 wins.
It's a good height as well.
It's a nice height. It feels like an actual bar. You just sort of hang out.
We had the discussion of what car's better, the GT3 or the GT4.
Right. Which GT3?
The blue one.
Yeah.
It's obviously made for speed and not for Starbucks coffees.
Exactly, there you go. That's a purpose-built speed machine, whereas this is clearly designed for flat whites.
Whoa!
Did you get stuck behind that truck?
Stuck behind, yeah.
Did you get stuck behind the truck?
There was
There was some off-roading going on.
You went, and then there was a lorry coming on the way, so I thought, well,
Probably better not. Probably better not.
I'll hold back on that one. Well, you can see the tyres, look at the car.
Yeah, look at this. I mean, bearing in mind, we just took this to Logic for a clean. Tom, what's going on here?
I think that explains it quite
There it
well.
is. That's what happened.
That
What's
was-
he doing down there?
It was awful. It was not good. 2 lorries, cars off-roading.
Yeah, these are literally on today. Wiped these down earlier, brand new. The noise of that, the road presence of that. I tell you, I mean, I've not seen myself from the outside, so I don't know how bright the 4 RS looks on the road. But that is like an angry wasp. Okay, yeah, on the road, it's really crazy bright, isn't it? Oh, wow.
Right.
Okay, so we finally got that over the line. I've been waiting to get these cars together for months, and I actually haven't shared the reason that we've got these out on the road, because we are here at Soups' new HQ for the grand opening of something very special.